Welcome back, Rainmakers, to the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Murph, and today we're going to be addressing Ecomi. Now, I know, I addressed them just the other day. That was a really quick overview, and there were certain things I didn't take the time to address, and there are also some new things that I have since learned that I thought were worth sharing. So, without further ado, let's get this whole party started. Join me, Rainmakers. Alright, Rainmakers, let's get into this. So, Ecomi, or ticker symbol OMI. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, there's good and bad to all of this. There are two exchanges that you can buy this on. Now, you also can buy it on the app. In other words, you can buy gems, and you can send those gems. You can convert them to the Ecomi token or the OMI token and send them to your wallet. If you just buy gems, essentially gems are traded with US dollars, so that doesn't necessarily reserve you tokens at this low price. However, BitMax and Bit4X, you can create a login. You can go ahead and buy them there. They will be added in the future to more exchanges. In fact, I think they're working on an exchange, though I don't know which one. I imagine they're working on a bunch because they have definitely been in the spotlight. So I did some calculations on their tokenomics to see roughly where their market cap likely is. And based on those calculations, if they're correct, their market cap is like 250 million. Which, darn it, the really cheap time to have gotten it would have been earlier, right? When they were trading way back here before they had some massive gains. And they have had some massive gains. And they're trading sideways for a while because they've had such big gains. And we will talk about what the price action may do. But before we talk more about that, let's talk about whether this is something we should be interested in at all. Now, none of this is financial advice, whether we should be interested in this or not. Whether I think someone should or shouldn't has no relevance. The question is whether you want to be interested in it. First of all, I personally love two things: collectibles. I love video games too. I especially love things that appreciate in value over time. So the question I'm always asking myself, is this going to appreciate over time? Is it going to be highly desirable, and is there going to be scarcity? I've updated some of my thoughts on this as I've reviewed further what's going on with them. Now, on first look, I didn't love some of their 3D modeling. It was okay. Like this Batman here, that is freaking cool. I didn't see that one available for sale, probably because they all sold to people who were paying attention and watching it earlier, because everything cool like Batman that's rare and up in rarity is sold. So maybe more stuff will come out on the marketplace. What is cool about what Ecomi has done with their app is they have allowed a way for people to display. Right now you're really displaying those showcases for yourself, but I imagine they have some things in the works. I'm going to include a link to a really helpful video, and there's about 15 minutes where the two founders of VeVe are talking about it and talking about their vision of what they wanted to do. And this, I think, was from December. Fantastic video, and I think you'll agree with me after watching it. These guys understand their space, and they understand their target audience, and they understand what they're doing. I know NFTs are all the craze right now, and there's a lot of stuff coming out. But I think these guys have the right mindset, the right approach, and that they're far ahead of the curve. Really, that was the impression I got, especially as I did a little bit deeper research, because my last video, I had only done some surface research, and even I didn't go into everything that I had said, because Ecomi isn't one I've been following for a long time. This came to me through all of you, and I appreciate it, because there's some really interesting things going on about it. Now, watch that video if you can, because in there they show how you can... They had created the DeLorean from Back to the Future, and you could actually drive it. Not only could you drive it, at least through the app, you could actually put it 3D wise in the space that you're in and drive it like a little remote control car. Now, obviously, you can still only see it through the phone app and not in real life. Maybe down the road they'll have projectors that can make something like that happen. Who knows where this will go? What I can say after watching that video, I really felt and understood that these guys are way ahead of the NFT curve. Now, I was impressed right away when I saw the licenses that they had acquired, because that takes a lot of money to get those kind of big licenses, and that's a big deal when it comes to this stuff. So we will see if they continue to get such good licensing, as well as their 3D modeling of things. Now, their stuff was pretty cool. I imagine pretty cool will turn into ridiculously cool as they just have more time to develop, right? You have to start from where you're at, and these guys started this a long while ago, so where they're at is pretty cool, but that's probably not where they're going to end up. And so as I was really getting a feel for that, I thought, you know what? These guys are going to make this amazing, because we have all seen the movie Ready Player One, and if you haven't, it's very much worth watching, because at some point there will be some massive multiplayer online role-playing games that are quite huge and played across the whole world. And I imagine some things will go that kind of direction. And I saw, VeVe and what they're doing really kind of going more that way, which was fun. All right, so let's talk about the tokenomics. Unfortunately, trying to chart this wasn't going so well on anything but here, just because I wasn't getting the price history I wanted. So looking at it, you have what's many would call a bull pennant, or maybe even a bull flag. We don't know what it's looking like down here. So what happens usually is it takes a big run up here and then it trades sideways like this. Now this triangle, as it gets where it's at, or either farther down the end, usually will have a breakout, and that breakout will either break up or break down. Now in the market that we're at, I can't imagine it would break down unless some people that were able to scoop up a lot at some really low prices just dump because they've made such amazing profits, and maybe they will. That would create some good entries. But it seems like their market cap, even at like 250 million where they're at, with where they're at in their production of cool NFTs, it seems like their market cap can get a whole lot higher from here. Now, is this something I'm going to hold during the crypto winter? No, probably not. We'll see. I'm going to take it a step at a time. I'll be looking for good retracements to make some good buys on this, as well as I'll be watching the app even closer now for some good buys on the app. Because when I saw what they did with their 3D showcases and driving the DeLorean, I thought, yeah, that is freaking cool. All right, so price action, my guess is it'll retrace back some in here, and maybe we'll even come down to some of these support lines. That would be amazing if it ever even came down to here before it then continued to run up. I don't know. I'll just be watching this closely, and if I see an attractive price, I'm going to make an entry, because at 250 million during this bull market, if it bears out like I'm hoping it does, now this isn't financial advice. Each of us gets to make our own decisions, and I'm definitely not a financial advisor. I'm just a crypto investor myself. I will be watching closely to see what this one does and maybe make some good pickups. So with that said, I wanted to get your feedback. I had a new song done. Wanted to see what you think of it, and so I'll just play that for you. Tell me what you like and what you don't like.
Success is falling, flowing like rain. The timing's right, we're getting paid. Come on, Remakers, let's make this happen. Let all the haters do their thing. There's no other like crypto rain. Analysis solid with reviews so good. Say goodbye to the haters and welcome Rainmakers.
All right. It's pretty good. I had a gal from Argentina make that, and she has a beautiful voice. And so I'm probably going to make some more iterations and play around with it some more, maybe change the words. But I want to get some feedback directly from you, my audience, and our rainmakers to see what you guys think. Also, I want to share 2 articles, Medium articles. And thank you, Jep, for sending these to me. I did read, I think, 1.5 of them a few days ago when I was trying to get a moment to do some further research on Ecomi myself. And so thank you for putting in a convenient format so I can just put here in the description. I want to thank all of you for your support. I'm still out there doing real estate deals and making good pickups, and so I'm juggling a couple of things at once, and that is always crazy. So I appreciate your support and patience while I'm growing this channel. Is it perfect to where I want it to be? No. And as I get more and more chance, I will continue to perfect it and improve it. And some of you have given me some great feedback. There have been just a few haters out there. That's okay. We love you even if you hate us. We are trying to create a very fun, intelligent, and fun community. I know I said fun twice. It's because fun is important, as well as a positive community. There is enough things in the world to be bitter about. Why don't we just focus on all the great positivity that is out there, especially when we're in the best year of the 4-year crypto cycle. This is the part of the crypto cycle I've been waiting for 3 years, and I'm very excited about it. And we're only maybe halfway into this bull market if I am right on my calculations. So thanks for joining us. We will see you soon.